Nigeria's 2027 presidential race is beginning to take shape, and a fresh political prediction has sparked debate over the future of the opposition movement ahead of the next election. The founder of INRI Evangelical Spiritual Church, Primate Elijah Ayodele, has made a strong prediction about the chances of Peter Obi and Obi-Kwankwaso in the 2027 presidential election, saying he does not see their partnership making a major impact. But the question many Nigerians are asking is this: is the Obi-Kwankwaso alliance truly facing an uphill battle? Or is it too early to underestimate a political movement that is still building its foundation? In a video shared on X while addressing members of his congregation, Primate Ayodele criticized the decision of the two opposition figures to contest under the platform of the Nigerian Democratic Congress.
Obi cannot be president. Is either a vice, Atiku, or he pull out and he doesn't become president again. NDC cannot win a governor, a president. NDC, they cannot win presidency. It's far, far away from them.
According to the cleric, Obi and Kwankwaso would have had a stronger political chance if they had remained part of a broader opposition coalition, particularly with the African Democratic Congress. He argued that Nigeria's presidential elections are not won by popularity alone, but through strong party structures, nationwide organization, political alliances, and effective mobilization. Ayodele said the NDC, as a separate platform, may struggle to compete against stronger political parties with established structures across the country. He described the Obi-Kwankwaso combination as okay, but argued that the movement may not produce the expected political impact in 2027. The comments come at a time when political parties are intensifying preparations for the next presidential election, with opposition unity becoming one of the biggest issues in Nigeria's political landscape. The 2027 election is expected to be a major contest, especially as opposition parties attempt to challenge the ruling All Progressive Congress and President Bola Tinubu's administration. Since the 2023 presidential election, Peter Obi has remained one of Nigeria's most influential opposition figures. Running under the Labour Party, Obi shocked many political observers by securing millions of votes and winning several states despite competing against the established structures of the APC and the People's Democratic Party. His campaign attracted significant support from young Nigerians, professionals, and voters demanding changes in governance, economic management, and accountability. Obi-Kwankwaso also emerged as a major political force during the 2023 election. The former Kano State governor and leader of the new Nigerian People's Party gained strong support, especially in parts of northern Nigeria. His Kwankwasia movement has developed a loyal political following, making him one of the most recognized opposition figures in the country. Because of their individual influence, a possible partnership between Obi and Kwankwaso has attracted significant attention among political watchers. Supporters believe their combination could bring together different voter groups and create a serious challenge in 2027. However, Primate Ayodele believes their decision to move away from the African Democratic Congress could affect their chances. The two politicians had previously been associated with the ADC before leaving the party and moving to the Nigerian Democratic Congress. Reports indicated that internal disagreements, divisions, and legal concerns contributed to their decision. Ayodele argued that rather than creating another political platform, opposition leaders should focus on building one strong coalition capable of challenging the ruling party. He suggested that a united opposition would have a better chance of defeating the APC because it would combine political structures, resources, and support bases from different regions. The issue of opposition unity has remained a major topic in Nigerian politics. In previous elections, divided opposition forces have often struggled to defeat ruling parties with stronger national structures. Political analysts have repeatedly argued that Nigeria's presidential elections require more than public enthusiasm. Candidates must build strong grassroots networks, organize election agents, secure funding, and maintain political alliances across the country's 6 geopolitical zones. However, supporters of Obi-Kwankwaso disagree with the argument that traditional structures are the only path to victory. They point to the 2023 election as evidence that Nigerian voters are becoming more independent and willing to support alternatives outside the country's traditional political parties. They argue that Obi's performance showed that public support and voter mobilization can challenge long-established political structures. They also believe that widespread dissatisfaction with economic hardship and insecurity could create opportunities for opposition candidates in 2027. Meanwhile, supporters of the ruling APC maintain that political experience, government structures, and nationwide party organization remain important factors in winning elections. They argue that opposition parties must do more than attract public attention. They must build systems capable of competing across Nigeria's many regions. Beyond the debate over Obi-Kwankwaso, the wider question remains whether Nigeria's opposition can unite ahead of 2027. Several opposition leaders have called for cooperation, arguing that defeating a sitting government requires a coordinated strategy rather than individual ambitions. The APC, on the other hand, is expected to rely on its existing political network and the advantages that come with controlling the federal government. As preparations continue, alliances, defections, and political negotiations are expected to shape the direction of the race. Primate Ayodele's prediction is one opinion among many voices analyzes Nigeria's political future. Whether Obi-Kwankwaso can prove their critics wrong will depend on their ability to build a strong campaign structure, attract wider support, and convince Nigerians that they represent a credible alternative. The 2027 presidential election is still ahead, and political calculations can change quickly. But one thing is already clear: the battle for Nigeria's presidency will not only be about individual candidates, it will also be about strategy, alliances, and the ability to connect with millions of voters across the country. As the race begins to take shape, Nigerians will be watching closely to see whether opposition forces unite or remain divided, and whether predictions like Primate Ayodele's become reality or are proven wrong at the ballot box. For more updates, stay with us on News Express. I am Cassie Tony.